Maggie here. So, you probably heard the news that Marvel is going to turn 360 and going to the right side because you probably heard this, folks, right now. They're going to uncover and revive the upcoming new comic of Marvel, but this time they're going to be wearing swimsuits. And a lot of people on the left are not happy, and I won't be discussing on the reason why. So let's get to it. But before I start, you guys, if you guys really enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, down in the description down below, please follow my social media platforms as well as subscribe to my husband, Kaim Kennedy, guys. My husband's so talented, so unique. So if you guys in the writing agency, just a big shout out to you guys. Please give my husband a contact. My husband works so hard when he was working on his manga, his stories, and best of all, he does incredible cooking videos. So please check it out and support his video and his channel, you guys. My husband is really amazing, okay? Love you, Kaimi. So let's get back to Marvel and their upcoming swimsuit era. So, according to sources, especially Gizmodo, this article over here, they come up with this title saying Marvel's iconic swimsuit special is making a summer comeback. 30 years its last issue, the Marvel swimsuit issue has returned to show you what Marvel's good looking heroes do on their off time. Summer is drawing closer and things are about to heat up for Marvel. The warm weather is good a time as any to provide a blast from the past, the return of cheeky swimsuit special. In the early to mid 90s, Marvel would release those one-shot various creative teams that would show the heroes hanging out and soaking up the sun. This new version, officially titled Marvel Swimsuit Special, Friends, Foes, and Rivals, marked its first return in 30 years. Why bring it back? Well, it probably has to do with DC's recent streak of summer variants and a little thing by the name of Marvel Rivals, which is giving swimsuit skins to some of its heroes during its current second season. The comic will feature designs from the game, so if you're a fan of someone look in one medium, you might be as big or more of one of in the other. And you guys can see there's like a little sneak peek of the comic that Marvel is coming up with for the swimsuit special. And we have She-Hulk along with other characters having fun, and you see these other characters. And I gotta say, looking at these issues is really incredible. I love the detail, and you can tell that I know Kaim is going to be drooling over She-Hulk because he's always nicknaming She-Hulk. Like I bet Kaim's going to definitely comment on about that. But anyways, it says right here, continuing what the article says, it says for those who read it for the plot, the setup that the Avengers learned Roxxon has put on an authorized swimsuit special, so they decided to fight fire with swimsuits and do one of their own. Tim Seeley and Tony Flicks are writing duties, and Nick Bradshaw on art for the overreaching story, and the swimsuit designs will be handled by the likes of Nick Klein, Marguerite Savage, Luciano Vicio, and more. Marvel Swimsuit Special Friends, Foes, and Rival hit stores on July 9th. Oh boy, you guys, I'm definitely going to pick up an issue because I always want to get one of these issues because I'm a freaking comic geek when it comes to this. And the whole thing, what I mentioned earlier, is how the woke is going to react to it. Because this should be the end of the era for, this whole wokeness. Because they will always, and I mean it, you guys, they will always try to, like, make Marvel look bad by censoring everything and by, botching every little thing and getting triggered. And I'm going to say this right now, you guys. I'm going to discuss this right this very moment. It's just freaking swimsuits, you guys. Like, get over it. You go to the beach, you go to the freaking pool, you wear your bikini, you wear your shorts, you wear whatever you feel comfortable in. So, why is it that you're so uncomfortable by the fact that this is only a comic? You understand? Because I even seen cosplayers who dress like in their Marvel theme, characters, and they put on their swimsuit, on. So, what is the big deal? You know what I mean? They probably say, "Oh, I don't want to see She-Hulk wearing a bikini. I don't want to see her butt hanging out. Oh, I don't want to see, Tony Stark and Captain America, playing in the sand or something. Or I don't want to see all these Marvel ladies, having big chests or whatever. I feel self-conscious. Why can I have anything? Enough is enough. Okay, like hear me out, you guys. And you guys can agree or disagree. That's totally fine. But us comic geeks, we love this kind of material. This is what we're asking for a long time for Marvel, because Marvel has been falling apart from the previous comics, like late last month, last year, because they've been always being covered up and they always feel they're like suffocating these characters. You know what I mean? Because everything that Marvel hasn't done in a while, this is, they're up, you know, coming around nowadays. You know what I mean, you guys? So that means that Marvel is going to start fresh, ending this whole wokeness culture beat crap. And I'm being honest, this is a great win for the comic industry. So this is going to reach, comics, from the marketing industry to go up. Meaning it's going to be successful. It's going to like eliminate all this woke, nonsense out of the park. Like enough is enough. You know what I mean? So they should like keep this up. You know what I mean? So they're gonna like continue with this wonderful project, and I just said it's coming this July. So it's going to be sold out so fast, and comic geeks like myself and my husband, we're gonna be probably get it before the it ran out real quick because it's very popular. And they did say that it was like back in the 90s, and something happened, back when they didn't have a chance to release it. I don't know what happened, but it was probably still there, but they didn't have a chance to release it, maybe, you know. But other than that, you guys, I just think this is a great win for Marvel. This is a great way to celebrate. I just hopefully, and I'm being honest, I just hopefully they can get back on track when it comes to this kind of thing about, working on their movie projects based on Marvel, because they're kind of a little bit sloppy when it comes to this. And I don't want to go into detail on the reason why, because I seen, bits and pieces of how Thunderbolts is coming about, and to the looks of it, I just think that it can be successful at some point, maybe, but not as much as it's supposed to be, because we don't know what Thunderbolts is going to be turning out to be. We don't know how audience alike are going to react to it. So I cannot predict nothing. I just know for sure that, they're going to do their best. That's what I can say. It's going to be very average. But getting back to the comic, right? And you guys want to hear my take on it, right? Which I probably said a lot about it. I just think that this is a huge win for Marvel, especially during the comic era, because this should be a great outlook for them. Because as a comic reader, I love reading comics. I have a whole binders full of them. I just love the drawing style. I love how they have great stories, and for the creators to go on point to continue with this project, I just hopefully get to have my own issue of it because I love the colors. I just love everything about comics. You know what I mean? Because it just brings, the characters to life. That's what I like about it so much. And even though it's definitely a swimsuit cover and it's just, the issue alone, I just feel like this is where you get to see all the heroes and villains, at the beach. You know what I mean? So, like, it's really fun to see, these characters interact with one another and have their fun moments. It's supposed to be fun. That's the whole point I'm trying to say, okay, you guys? So, anyone from the left always going to get triggered by this, make your own issue. You know what I mean? So do us a favor, step out of the spotlight for once, and enjoy it. You understand? Don't make everything woke, make everything better. I'm just saying out there, you know what I mean? Because nowadays it's gonna just be, sloppy, and it's gonna flop, and the comic industry will go plummeting as it is because they want it your way. When clearly they decided to go 360 and do it their way. Alright? They don't have to listen to you, they don't have to hear you moaning and groaning about little crap about how, the characters are in bikinis or in speedos or whatever. This is how Marvel is supposed to be. It's supposed to be going all out, all positive, great energy. That's what they need. But other than that, you guys, what do you guys think? Comment all your thoughts about Marvel releasing this issue of the swimwear. I would love to hear you guys in the comment section. And of course, as well, if you guys really enjoyed this video, do like, share, and subscribe. And of course, as well, like I said before, please check out my social media platforms as well as subscribe. My husband, Kaim, can alright, love you, Kaimi. So, this is help our leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking At Bingo 27 signing off. See you guys next video. Love you, Kaimi. Peace out.